represent him in this occasion. As we all know that road safety is one of the agencies in traffic management in Nigeria and in Africa in general. And we are in support of Lagos State government. That is why you see our men everywhere doing traffic control and putting people in order, as our work is to ensure safe motoring environment for the motoring public. This is a laudable project, and I will use this opportunity to please tell us to key into the program and make sure that we do it well and support those that are doing the job after the completion of the job, and we use it as our own, because the government is doing this project to ease the congestion of traffic. So we are supposed to embrace it with all our might, because it's going to be of great benefit to us. Road safety is in support of all Lagos State projects. So I am here on behalf of my sector commander to say we are in support of this project. Anytime you call on us, we are ready to do the job, because that is what we signed to do. Thank you, sir.
Honorable Commissioner, mo rò pé ẹgbọ́n kan tó wọ́n sọ sà. Torí gbà mí Commissioner wọn kì í gbọ́ Yorùbá, but mo rò pé ẹgbọ́n yẹn sà. Honorable Commissioner sà MD. Wọ́n láwọn náà fọwọ́ sí o. Kọ́ńtà sọ ní ṣókí nìyẹn pé ìgbà táwa ti pè wọ́n, wọ́n á dá wa lóhùn. Ẹ jọ̀wọ́ mo fẹ́ fi àsìkò yìí pé Alhaja Taibat Lawal, àwọn ló represent Ìyálọ́jà General Lagos State, Fọláṣadé Tinubu Òjó, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ wá síwájú. Mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ fi àsìkò yìí náà pé Deputy State Secretary, Nigerian Union of Road Transport Workers, Paul Ogini, to join his comrade on the high table. Quickly, we'll take 3 comments from members of the public. 3 comments. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. Number 1, sir.
My name is Ewetayo Akintayo from Forte Oil Cement Service Station. Yeah, I want to use this opportunity to commend the Lagos State government. I think the speed of development in this state is only second to that of our former governor, Alhaji Lateef Kayode Jakonde. I greet everybody again. Now, sir, I have a question. You explained that the BRT lane will be in the middle, and there will be drainage, construction, and so on. Now, all our companies and our houses are after the drainage already constructed, a standard one. My firm is after cement, going towards Oshodi on the other side. Now, how would it, are you going to expand the road again to the drainage that is existing, or there will be no expansion towards that end? Then secondly, are these areas where there will be bus stops for the BRT buses? I noticed that there are 2 lanes there, but the lane that have been coming, the lane already coming was just a lane. But at the bus stops, as you have rightly explained to us, that so that the bus that does not have passengers that are alighting at a particular bus stop will be able to maneuver and go without wasting time. Now, when we are going to have 2 lanes at that particular place, how is it going to affect the other lanes left for other motorists? And is there going to be any expansion of the road to that end and to this end where such bus stops will be located? Thank you.
Good morning, sir, everybody. Prince Abayomi Bakari is my name. Please, I want to know if there is going to be any compensation for those that their houses or businesses are going to be affected. So that is just what I want to know, sir.
We'll still take another round of questions. So let's take these 3 first.
Good morning, my father and I table and my mother. Please, I will apologize something to speak my language. Because of my mother and my father, because I'm a marketer. Ẹ káàárọ̀ ẹ̀yin ìyá mi àti bàbá mi tí a wà lórí ìjókòó. mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo fẹ́ sọ yìí máa kan gbogbo wa náà. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi ò pọ̀, a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ìjọba wa fún àmì Samuel Ọláníyan, the first bàbá ọjà Òkè Odò Ọlọ́run Ṣògo market. Mo jẹ́ kan nínú àwọn ọlọ́jà. Inú mi dẹ̀ dùn pẹ̀lú statement tí ẹni tó kọ́kọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ sọ nípa wa torí ó affect ọjà wa púpọ̀. Ní ìgbà tí mo wo ohun tó wà lọ́wọ́ mi gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ ti ṣe kọ síbí báyìí, mo rí wípé ó mú 14 kilometer nínú ọjà Òkè Odò tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ wípé lot of people like 2,000 people ní kíní yẹn affect. A dẹ̀ wà ní under government àgbàdo Òkè Odò market táwọn wà ní under Limosho. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ sà, ìjẹ́nú mi á dùn tí ẹ̀yin bàbá wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìjọba tẹ́ ẹ bá lè ṣàlàyé pé ǹjẹ́ kí ni ó máa jẹ́ compensation àwọn tí ọ̀nà yẹn máa jẹ. A mọ̀ pé fún àǹfààní gbogbo wa ni. Ǹjẹ́ a ní compensation kankan àbí kò sí? Ọ̀nà yẹn hàn máa jẹ́. Ó parí bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni sà. Ìbéèrè mi ni ẹ sà.
Thank you very much. Mr. Akitayo. Okay, I will address Mr. Bakare and Mr. Olaniyan's issue. So the engineer here will talk about the road expansion. Now, talking about compensation, you know, there's what we call right of way. And the right of way has been established along the corridor. So if your property or what you are selling is not within the right of way, we are not going to touch you. But if it's within the right of way, that is when we can begin to look at it. But if you look at it, the right of way has been established, but I don't think anybody is affected. But what I will say is this. If you look at it, especially àwọn tó ń tajà, ẹ rí pé tó máa pàtẹ wọn, àwọn gan máa ń gbé dójú títì ni. So, I mean, táyìn bá pé ọjà yín tẹ́ wá tẹ́ sójú títì níbi tá a ti fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́, kẹ́ wá sọ pé ìjọba máa sanwó, ìjọba ò ní sanwó o. Ṣùgbọ́n tó yẹ pé ibi tí ọjà yín wà, please.
Hello.
Ẹ dúró.
Ẹ máa jẹ́ ká ní sùúrù ká gbọ́ àlàyé.
Ṣùgbọ́n tó yẹ pé ibi tí ọjà yín wà kò ń ṣojú títì, kò wà ní right of way, a máa jókòó a jọ sọ̀rọ̀. Nítorí ìjọba ò sọ pé nítorí pé à ń fẹ́ ìtẹ̀síwájú, a fẹ́ tún bí ìṣe, and for it to begin to affect the economy of our people. No. That is not what we are doing. The government is not interested in that. Ṣùgbọ́n tó yẹ pé ẹ̀yin náà á rí pé gbogbo ibi títì yẹn máa dé, wọ́n ti mark ẹ lọ. Wọ́n ti mark ẹ lọ. So ibi tó ń bá mark, tó yẹ pé ẹ̀yin ẹ̀ lẹ́wà, kò sí ìyanu. But ẹ mọ̀ pé tó bá wá ń ṣe construction, ìgbà tó bá ń ṣe lọ́wọ́, ó ṣeé ṣe kì í ṣe pé wọ́n máa délé yín o, but ó ṣeé ṣe pé kán ṣiṣẹ́ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ, kán sọ pé okay ẹ sún ọjà yín kúrò ńbẹ̀, ẹ sún. Ṣùgbọ́n tó bá ti ṣe tán, you can now come back tí ò bá wà within the right of way. Ṣùgbọ́n if it is within the right of way, that is the issue. So the issue of compensation will only lead to discussion when your property or your wares are within the right of way. If it's outside the right of way, when we get to that stage, we'll begin to discuss. Then, I want to sọ̀rọ̀ nípa nǹkan tí Mr. Akitayo béèrè.
Thank you. As I explained earlier, you will realize that from Oshodi to Abule Egba, the width of the road as existing. Can you hear me now? Okay. Sorry, I'll take it back. I said the width of the road from Oshodi to Abule Egba varies. There are sections where you have very wide sections of road, more than what we require to even put our median and have an extra 2 lanes. But in places where we are building our bus stations, definitely we are going to take 2 lanes on both sides, which will reduce the existing lane to probably only 1. In such locations, we shall add an extra lane to compensate for the one we have taken for the BRT bus stations. That is that. Then in areas where the width of the road is inadequate, even if those sections are in an elevation that requires filling up the embankment, we shall do it to give the extra lane back to the road. At no point along the road will you not have what you have existing for other users, even when we have taken our BRT median. I think that is okay. Thank you.
We ask 3 more. Okay. One from that end. The man at the back.
Hello, good afternoon. Members of the high table. Good afternoon, everybody. My question goes to, my name is Binjo Dukoya. And here's my question. Before now, the red buses have been plying this road. And they have been helping the masses along this road to move from Oshodi down to Songo. Now my question is, I haven't completed this project now of this BRT lane. I hope it will not be the exclusive right of only the blue bus to ply the lane. Thank you, sir.
My name is Ogushe Aleu. Please, I would like to know the measurement of the bus stop, like all the bus except the one from Yanodokpemu to Yanokpaja. The distance, Ogushe Aleu. From Yanodokpemu to Yanokpaja, I think that's the only place I have issue with. The distance between Yanodokpemu to Yanokpaja, because for now we have Adialu and Araromi, but it's like there's no provision for people staying there. So we are living within Araromi and Adialu, no bus stop for you there. And the second one, my business is here, but I stay in Ajeglo. So when are you extending down to toll gates?
Good morning, sirs. My name is Badijo. I'm a sports administrator. Please, the only comment I would like to make along this road is that any progress that we do, no matter how minute it is a very good, positive progress. So it's a laudable program. It's my private residence. I do not have shops there, but my fence has been marked. Some of my property will be encroached upon. How do we go about that? And what arrangements are you making during this construction, very laudable construction, to facilitate ingress and egress from our residences?
Okay, I'll take you.
Good morning. My name is Samuel Ani. And when the engineer was saying something about the road being as big as the Korodu own, and looking at the Korodu own, it's very obvious that if there's going to be a replication of what is at the Korodu road here, it's going to affect almost some properties and shops and some businesses. So I want to know the right of the way, the distance between, so we can know how we can start planning, and the time given for us to know how we can be able to move our properties out.
I'll take one more.
Good afternoon, sirs and ma'ams. My question is only one. Okay. My question borders on the partitioning of the road. That road is tight already. We have about 4 canals: Pleasure, Cement, Mangoro. When the construction gets there, are you going to partition those, or are you going to do another bridge for, along those canals? Because I see that if those areas are partitioned, what you are trying to avoid will still be there, because the road will be narrow in those areas.
So I want to thank you for all your questions. Mr. Odukoya asked if, by the time we finish, if the median road is going to be only for the blue buses. We are coming with a new program that is going to affect all the buses in Lagos. So, which is going to address your fear. I know why you asked that question is because of what happened in Ikorodu Road. But by the time we are getting here, all that will have been resolved. So we are working on that. Mr. Ogusheye wants to know if this project will be extended to toll gate. Let me tell you, His Excellency has promised to take it to, I don't know if it's toll gate now, but the boundary between Lagos and Ogun State. And that is coming up under phase 2. This is phase 1. But we are going to start phase 2 as soon as this one is completed. And that will be from where this one will stop in Abule Egba to the boundary between Lagos and Ogun. So I'll allow my engineer to address the other issue.
Thank you, MD. I will first start from Mr. Ogun Sheye still on bus stop locations. We earlier explained that before you can use the BRT, you have to go into the bus stations. And the only way you can enter into the bus stations is through the pedestrian bridges that will be provided for access. The BRT will not be running on any other lane outside of the BRT lane, the median. So the issue of bus stop locations, as existing, you still have them for other users, but for the BRT itself, the bus stop locations are at the bus stations where you enter into and ride with the buses. That is on one side. I think that should be clear. Then at locations, to answer Mama's question, at locations where the road is constricted because of provision of existing bridges along canals, of course, we cannot build the road there and let it remain in that constriction. We shall extend the bridges over such canals to accommodate the extra lane we are building on the road. So there's no fear whether the road is going to be narrow at such locations. There's no fear at all. At every locations where there's that constriction, we are coming with the geometry of a road design that will be the same from beginning to the end. It will not change. I think that is okay too. Then on the right of way, the established right of way by the Federal Physical and Planning, by the Gazette anyway, is about 90.14, which is 45.7 from the center line of the road to the right hand, from the center line of the road to the left. 45.7 to the left, 45.7 to the right. If you are within this space, you are encroaching on the right of way. So it is advisable, like the man rightly said, if you want to adjust your properties, make sure you adjust the properties to after the right of way, which is from the center line of the road established, 45.7 meters to the left, 45.7 meters to the right. Thank you.
Well, before I call on the Honorable Commissioner to also speak on what we have been saying, I'd like to call on ACP Edgar. He has a message to pass on. My ACP, sir.
Hello. Once more, in line with this partnership, because I believe this is what is called active partnership. I have some observations and I have recommendations to the Honorable Commissioner of Transportation. Now, I've listened to most of you, all of you, and your fears are germane, your fears are relevant. And it is based on that I want to recommend to the Commissioner of Transport that this forum, this partnership, this collaborative effort should not end here. I want us to continue these town hall meetings. Periodically, you should call these meetings so that we address these fears, address issues that arise from time to time. Secondly, I will also like the Commissioner for Transportation to look into the possibility of setting up smaller committees. Committees that will be functional, committees that will take care of specific issues like security, right of way, alternative routes, even information dissemination. Because there's need to reach out to people and educate them properly. I am sure if this is done and we continue to dialogue with each other, this whole 20-month period and the whole exercise will be seamless. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I want to thank you, sir, for that suggestion. I want to quickly say this. For this project alone, by our own program, we are going to have, we call this particular one Enlarged Stakeholders Forum. And I think we are going to have, during this construction, at least 3 of this kind. And then we have what we call Community Forum. You know, when Engineer Lincoln was talking the other time, it described the sections. We have been able to divide this entire corridor to 4 sections. I mean, the one that we'll be working upon now to 4 sections. We'll be coming to you on each section. We call it Community Forum, where we are going to invite specifically the leaders of the community. We are not going to be more than 50, and we are going to sit together and look at it again, the issues in that area, how